let's create another embellishment for the 5 artists 1 folio collaboration that Barbara, known as 49 Dragonflies, has brought to life. There are several artists here on YouTube who are joining this collaboration and who are creating some embellishments. We all are sending our embellishments to Barbara when we have finished them, and Barbara will make a folio out of all of the embellishments. So that's the idea behind this collaboration. The other artists that are participating in this collaboration are Joie De Fi, Artymaze, Teal and Tattered, 49 Dragonflies, of course, and me, Luise Heinzel. Today I'm trying to create something that I have no name for, so I don't know if there's a name for this. This shall be something like a box and a card in the end at the same time. And I have to mention that this is not a tutorial. So I have done this for the first time when I recorded this video, and I have followed some instructions of some really expert card making, creators. And that's also the reason why I can't give you some exact measurements of what I'm doing here, because I made some mistakes during my process that I had to fix. And to be honest, I really don't know how I could manage that in the end this thing works, but it would make no sense if I tell you any measurements here. So if you want to see how this is made, please follow some experts on YouTube. You can find this really easily by typing something like box card or something like that into the YouTube search. So I made the base for this box out of one of the background pages that Barbara has in her digital printable paper that we all use to make these embellishments. This printable paper collection is called On My Desk, and it's available in her shop. So if you want to check that out, please read the info box. There's the link to Barbara's shop and to this item if you want to have this for your own collection. It's a really, really cute collection, and you have so many different possibilities to work with this. It's just amazing. And all of these little elements and the details, I'm so in love with this paper collection. This is so cute. Okay, so for the bottom of this box that will be there in the end, I decided to decorate this area there. So I used some double-sided tape to glue a piece of Barbara's page to the bottom. So I used double-sided tape that I don't get waves into my paper. This lays there very flat, and by gluing this paper I can make sure that the bottom of this box is really sturdy. And here I'm figuring out how I have to glue this together and if it works when this paper is on the bottom. So you have to make sure that this paper that you glue there is a little bit smaller than this this rectangle on the bottom of this box. I thought it could be cute to have a little pocket there so that you can put something in and out and have something like a hidden journaling space. So I've decided to make this pocket out of this little card that also comes from Barbara's printable. And I wanted her to notice that I made this for her. So I stamped 49 because of 49 Dragonflies, and I made a little stamp, really tiny stamp out of this, so that it looks, like this is a postcard pocket thingy. I used this punch to make this postage stamp look, and then I thought, Barbara often is doing something in her videos that I would like to include to this pocket card thingy. So I took some yellow Distress Oxide ink and tried to imitate her splatters. So as you can see, this, if you know 49 Dragonflies, you know that she often makes these things on her projects, and I wanted to imitate that. And yeah, this is 49 Dragonflies. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully. Okay, so after this was dry, I decided to make a little, postmark thingy, even if this is not a postmark stamp, but I really like to use different things to imitate a thing. Do you know what I mean? And then I've sewed the pocket to this base there. And after that, I've decided what I want to put inside. So this has to be, of course, really flat. You can't embellish that too much because otherwise you can't close the box later. So I decided to just take one of Barbara's pages, choose an area that I want to use for this little card, folded it in half, sewed around and distressed this a little bit. And then I've added this little clamp that also comes with her printable. I've just distressed it a little bit and then glued it there so that it looks like, this paper is held by this thing. And then for me, the contrast between this yellow and the background was a little bit too much. So I decided that I want to mute that down a little bit. I used some Distress Oxide and water as well, so that I now have this brown and little bit more vintage background. And then I've stamped this little butterfly stamp there that I have on this, a similar piece of the stamp I have on this pocket as well, so that I have this context. And then I tried to glue the box together. So as I said, this is not a tutorial. You have to fold these edges and then glue them. And the difficult thing is this area that folds to the inside of this box. And I made some mistakes, obviously, with my measuring, so that I had to, in German, I would say it's fuschen. I mean, you have to do it so in a way that nobody can realize that it's not correct in the end, but it has to work. So obviously it is working, even if it's not in the way like a professional card maker would do this. But I think for the first try it's okay. And then I thought I would like to decorate these flaps. Flips? What is that? This top part of this box on the left and the right side, because that is what will be visible when you have that, when Barbara has that in the folio later. I glued that, and then I realized that I have turned the box around and that the butterfly is upside down. So I took that off and glued that to the other side. And then I thought about how I can close this box. I think when you make this out of a heavier scrapbooking paper, for example, then this stays closed by itself because it's heavier paper. I have printed this background page to an 110 gram photo paper. It's relatively light. I didn't want to have it too thick, so I thought I can make this little ruffle out of this lace to hold that closed, but that didn't work. I mean, it was a little bit better, but it was not enough to close this thing so I thought I would like to use a thread and wrap that around, but then I realized that the edges of this thing are not really sturdy. I mean, if you wrap this around, then it could happen that the edge of the paper, where I'm applying the glue here now, can be destroyed a little bit. So I decided to glue a piece of fabric here to make these areas of the paper a little bit more sturdy. And when I then later wrap my thread around, this can be not destroyed. On this side, I had a little bit problems with this butterfly. I wanted this to be seen, so I just teared the fabric and made this little, like a window, so that you can see the butterfly through it. that will be no problem with the thread later, because the thread will be more on the top of this thingy. So yeah, just glue this here with my glue stick. Looks not so bad. And then I thought I could perhaps put some of Barbara's elements that she has on her fuzzy cut papers on top of this. And I've decided to use this round element here to make a possibility that the thread that I would like to wrap around can be holed. So I glued this to a really sturdy scrap piece of thicker paper, so that it is really sturdy and can hold the thread later. I've just cut that out again, distressed it so that you can't see where I have cut. And then I decided that I want to attach this with my crocodile. So I made a hole and then I tried to attach an eyelet to this hole, but then I realized that my crocodile can't reach this eyelet. So I struggled around a little bit. I've tried to reach it with the crocodile, but then I realized that this crocodile destroyed my eyelet. So I removed it and decided to take a piece of this heavier paper, folded it in half, made a hole into it, and the same on the other side, so that there's a little bit, something like a frame around this hole, so that it is really sturdy. On this top piece, I've also added an eyelet so that it is really sturdy and I can make sure that this can't fall apart. So I clamped this here to let it dry. So of course you have to wait a little bit until this is really dry on top of this lace. In the meantime, I have made a hole here into this little embellishment, added an eyelet as well to make this hole, as I said, as sturdy as possible. And then I've chosen these little circles. They are made out of some book pages that I have glued together. And now I'm attaching these to my circle to get a little distance between this big circle and the lace, so that the thread later on can be wrapped around this circle but behind the circle. Hopefully that makes sense. To cover this ugly backside, I've used some tape so that you can't see how it is attached. And then I've cut my thread and decided where I want to have it. Tried to hold that, exactly in place. I've made a little mark so that I can see where I have to glue it. I've used the same tape as I've used before, so that there's also little connection of the colors. And then I've just glued it there where I want it, so that it's also really secure on the back side. And now I can wrap this around and this whole box is closed. Then I decided that I want to have some of these little green things there on the end of the thread. Hopefully Barbara is not too angry with me, because this of course makes the whole thing a little bit bulky, but I hope that she can manage it to bring this into the folio. Barbara, sorry. But I thought this needs some kind of this, this popping color, some thing where you think, oh, what's that? And that was this green for me in this moment. And then I thought on my other embellishments, I also used these little flowers. So I thought I could take this flower and cover this really strange golden thing there. I think this looks much more elegant now and not so, these golden clips are really functional and they look like this office products and helpers, and I don't like that. So I think when the gold is not there anymore, it looks much better. And then I used this little rabbit and some of Barbara's elements from her kit. So the rabbit comes from my Orchkatzelschworf junk journal kit, and I've used these little critters for my other embellishments as well. As you can see, this is a really cool combination with Barbara's printables. It looks so nice together. And for me, as I said in my other videos, it was like this Alice in Wonderland feeling without Alice. So I was in such a flow, and this was so, yeah, such like a meditation for me to combine all these little things. And I think this printable is so cute. Yeah, I couldn't stand it to put some of my critters there to these embellishments. I think this looks so cute together. And to make this whole embellishment series a little bit more cohesive, I stenciled with the same stencil like I've used for my other embellishments here and there on top of this embellishment as well. And now it's like this. You can open it like this, and then you can close it with the help of these little threads. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you like this idea. Please tell me in the comments what you think about this, and please visit Barbara's shop to check out this amazing printable and her other stuff that she has in her shop. The link is down below in the description box, and please check out the other channels of the other artists that are joining this collaboration. There are really much new ideas, I think, and I'm really excited how this folio will come out in the end. Thank you very much for watching. Stay healthy, stay creative. See you the next time. Bye bye.